Skal vi lukke døra, eller trenger vi ikke det? Pleier Magnus å lukke den? Hæ? Han pleier å... Ok, kan han åpne. Yeah, I don't know if we're live, but yeah. So hey guys, I'm playing Title Tuesday today. Borrowing Magnus's chair, playing from the studio in Oslo. It's actually my first time in the Take studio, so it will be it's gonna be a cool experience. I haven't played much Title Tuesday this season. I actually only played once, so not too familiar with the new time control, but should be exciting. We'll see a super strong field as usual. Hikaru and Magnus on the top. We have Maxime, Third Seeds, and yeah, we have a lot of strong players like Grishuk, Dura, Vincent Keimer. Yeah, so just about to start in a couple seconds. Okay, so playing a Ukrainian IM in the first round. Okay, so this is without increments, so gotta play fast. Let's see if he's actually there. E4. So we have the Scotch opening. Let me play a bit of a unusual line. Bishop E7. It's not supposed to be good. I think White can take and play Bishop C4, but I'm trying to avoid theory here. Like there's Knight F6 and Bishop C5 are like the two very theoretical lines, while Bishop E7 is... I remember Magnus played it once against Wesley successfully in the Sinkfield Cup a few years ago. He won that game. I think he had a bad position, but he won. Yeah, this is a move. I think I go Bishop F6. Gotta protect the pawn here. Knight E3. Let's play Knight E7. Let's develop castle. I guess he's gonna castle as well. Probably play like D6. I think he should opt for some F4, probably castle D6 F4. Not sure how I should put my pieces. Probably Knight to G6. I see my opponent is struggling with the connection. Hopefully he gets back in time. Okay, castles. I think I have to play D6, F4. The question is if I should play Knight G6 or just play pawn to G6. Maybe this is not a bad move, just offering the trades. Goes here. He does give me the option to play D5 here, which is generally a break Black wants to do, but Knight takes Knight E4. Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of that, so let me just play G6 F4. Not sure how to play this. Like F4 is gonna come. Yeah, let me just play G6. It's probably gonna play F4. Maybe I should play like Queen D7 there, just to connect my rooks. I was thinking about like tucking my bishop into G7, but I was afraid of some F5, F6. But now I think I can play Bishop G7 because F5 I can hit the queen with Knight E5 in some positions. If I can take on b3 and play f5, I think I should be happy about my position. Okay, he plays f5. So I was thinking to take here and play. Okay, actually goes for this. I was slightly worried about it, but I didn't think it would necessarily work. It is a bit dangerous though. Okay, so bishop e6. Gotta play king g7 is dangerous. I think I have to play rook e8. But yeah, I shouldn't have allowed f5. I think I should have played some knight e5 earlier. Okay, let's see. Knight c4. This is dangerous. Maybe I have to play f5. Takes, bishop takes. If knight takes, he has knight g4, I think. So, yeah, I think I probably have to take with the bishop. Yes, g4. Knight takes. This is too scary. g4, probably bishop e6. Yeah, I think I have to play bishop e6 here. I need to get my queen into defense. It's been a pretty bad first game here. But let's see if we can trick him. If I get time to play d5, that would be kind of nice. And also, I mean, I'm kind of threatening this, so maybe he plays queen f6. Can we take here? Just want to play rook f8 next. Not sure if he should have allowed this. I mean, I can also take and take on g4. It looks pretty good. Like knight takes c4, I can take on g4 and play rook f8, which seems to keep things in control. He goes here. I think I just play rook f8. Okay, I win the first game. Very shaky game, but always always the difficult part to get warmed up. I think my opponent actually at this point just had knight g4, which would be which would end the game on the spot. I saw it after playing rook e8, but luckily he didn't spot it because takes and this is mates. It was I think I had to include knight e5 here. I don't know why I didn't do that, but queen f4. This was shaky. No, I should have played. Yeah, I should have played 95 here. I mean, I thought about it. I just didn't think it would make a difference. I just thought he would take back. I kind of missed the in-between move f6. 95 first. I'm hitting the queen with the check, so if he plays like queen h3, now I have time to take, and he doesn't have f6 because I can trade queens. That was... Let's see what the engine says. f6. Yeah, I had to play knight to e5 first. Because his queen actually doesn't have a good square. Like if he goes here, I have knight d3, takes, takes, and now bishop e6. Yeah, knight g4 would have been strong. I mean, that's what we both missed, knight g4 here. But after that, I was just in control. Okay, let's see some other games. See Bortnik. Bortnik is losing. So Bortnik is actually 3 pawns down in a rook end game, and he has less time. So seems like this is gonna be the upset of the round. Rook b6 is very simple. King b7, a7. We have some games left. Oh, this is a weird endgame where black. I think black is going to be successful in flagging this. This Mr. Terrible is very fast. Yeah, and he wins this. I mean, with this time control, like this is all it's about. I need to go for a dirty flag. Okay, we have the second game here against a German FIDE master. Let's try to play better. Let me try my Grand Prix attack. This is a bit of a wild line I sometimes play in Blitz. It's objectively not so good, but it's always fun. D5 is usually what people play. This is a move, but I just castle here maybe. So obviously happy to sacrifice this pawn. If I get the bishop to d6, like he cannot castle, looks very dangerous. Can go knight g4, I'd probably go knight h3. At this one I think I can play... Can I play e5 here? Knight h5, bishop d2. Because knight takes e5, I have queen e2, attacking both knights. So here I was thinking knight e4, but maybe he can take on e5 there. Let's see. Bit of sacrifice mode. Knight g4, knight e4, takes on e5, queen g3. Okay, this one I didn't really expect, but it looks dubious. Can I play queen g3 here? Doesn't that look very strong? And bishop h6 ideas. Okay, I'm gonna go for that. Maybe his plan is f5, but then I can always take and I should be better. Even take on f6 first. Yeah, he should go f5, I think. So what's going on here? Like, we can take on f6. That actually just looks very good. Take here, and we have bishop d6 later. Maybe he can get away with knight h5. It feels like it should be dubious. Okay, so we can play, I don't know, a move like this looks interesting. Take on g3, take on b6. What's going on there? But it looks maybe unnecessary to go for those complications. Do we have anything simple here? Although I'm not sure, like if I move the queen, he takes on f4, it doesn't look that clear. His knight is active there, my c5 knight is hanging. I kind of want to go for this. But yeah, he probably takes on h1 in the end, so it's not good. Maybe I should just go here. Take on f4 and knight f3 maybe. And I can take on d7. Takes. It's possible. It might be scary, but let's just try. Gotta play much faster. The problem was like if I played knight f3, he had knight d5, which was always annoying. Now if he tries to keep the queens, maybe I can play bishop to c4. I saw this, but I wasn't really scared. Okay, let's just go here. Takes, take on b7. Just gotta get this bishop out. I think he's gonna play rook d8. Bishop d3, if we get the bishop to e4, we're probably happy. Like rook a to d8, bishop d3, knight takes g2, bishop e4. Looks that's somewhat good for me, like hitting the knight and also protecting my own knight, so let's see. My next move is anyway probably gonna be bishop d3. Drinking from the iconic big glass. Can we go bishop d3 here? E5 looks somewhat wrong, like takes knight g5. It feels like my bishop is very strong. I have some bishop c4 ideas in mind. It feels like this is just winning. But maybe you can play h6. h6 we have knight e6, rook f7, bishop h7. It looks looks winning. Probably just go for this and knight f7. Okay, let's go rook e1 here. This moves, we can take on e5. He's probably going to create some lofts for the king. Then bishop a g5 feels like a strange way to make loft. Here maybe. I kind of like the move c3, kind of like restricting the knight on c6 here. I mean, knight d3 we can always take, so. Maybe just rook d1. Keep it simple. And if he doesn't trade, I get the rook to d7. That makes my job simpler. He actually disconnected for now, so let's see if he comes back. The position is hopeless. Okay, we get the game. We get the win. This was a better game than the first game, at least. Let's see. So e5 was correct. Knight g4, queen knight e4. Actually, white has a good, strong initiative here. Angel likes knight f3 instead. Bishop d4. Wow, I think we both missed this move. Hitting mate and also threatening on e5. That would be a very strong move. After f5. This was actually... I'm very happy about finding the best continuation here because it was not an easy choice to go for queen e3 and knight takes d7, but it was the most precise, and this endgame is just very good for white. Yeah, this was actually a good game. Let's see who else is playing. This is not refreshing somehow, but I see Magnus has 2 out of 2. Oh, that started very fast. I thought I didn't think I would be like the last one to finish or something, but yeah, we had the third game against a Polish FIDE master. Italian opening. Let's see which system he goes for. There are so many different move orders which are confusing in the Italian, so very hard to understand all the details. Let's go h6. Bishop e5 is what they usually play. Okay, this move. It's also possible, like, white wants to get the bishop to c2. Let's go rook e8, maybe try to play for d5. Good, we have a bit of a time advantage for now, so that's a good start. Sometimes white in these positions goes bishop a4 to try to take advantage of the pinned knight on c6. But it's not... I don't think it's too dangerous here. I can probably just move my bishop on c5. Okay, he does go here, so... In general, in these positions, black wants to play d5. And if black can play d5, black has a fine position. Can I do it here? Don't see a problem for now, so let's try. Okay, he goes here. Because now we have to calculate a bit. So take on e5, d4. Take on e5, d4, bishop d6, takes knight f3. That doesn't look good for us. Okay, I have to take here, that's for sure. Yeah, this was surprisingly not easy to deal with. Maybe knight takes e4 can be the way to go. I mean, d takes e4, d takes e5 looks annoying, right? Maybe I have e3 there, actually. Takes knight d5. So knight takes e4. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what I should go for. I should definitely speed up. But e3 is generally a nice move to play because I would ruin his structure if he takes with the f-pawn. Then the question is if that position is actually good for me or not. Like, I'll go knight d5, knight e4. I mean, I think it's very playable for me. I mean, he's probably actually thinking about just taking here, but then it feels like I should not be worse at least. Taking the bishop is out of the question because of knight d3. So he should take the knight or he should take on e4. Take with the knight, I take, and then bishop takes d4. What do we do there? I mean, can take on d4, c takes d4 a bit. Yeah, this was actually the best move, I think. I still feel like I should take here. Bishop takes, maybe bishop d5. Bishop d5 looks interesting. Like, if it takes my piece, I get the rook to d1 in the end. But I don't really see what else to do. Let's go for this. He is going to take and take later. Then I'm definitely fine, I believe. But he should take on d5 and then he should take on c5. Maybe I can play knight d3 there. There's been a lot of things to think about this game after he took on e5. It feels like he's also reacted precisely after that. But I don't think I have a bad position here. If he takes the bishop, I think he loses by force. Because I get the rook to d1 and knight d3 in the end, so I do think he has to take on d5. As he does. Yeah, this one is a solid way to play. I mean, I can take on e5 and I can never be worse, but I kind of want to create some chances here, so... Okay, let's take here. He's gonna trade. Time is gonna be important in this game. Take, bishop f4, or bishop e3. Okay, I think it's... have to take here and go like rook d2, I guess. Let's go here. Rook e7, maybe rook c8. I just have to try to keep up the time pressure here. Rook c8. If he goes b3, now it's time for king f8. Now we gotta get the rook away at b6. Now we want to activate. It feels like I'm on the good side of this. Rook e8. Oh, actually blunder takes and rook e1, rook e2. But yeah, I mean the game is far from over. Here, rook d3. He still has to make some decisions. Okay, that's a good decision. Let's try to be annoying here. Rook g1. g5. King e6. Rook c1. Okay, a4. King d6. King c5 maybe. King c6 maybe stronger. Maybe I want to put my pawn on a3. Let's go here. Okay, I gotta go here, I think. Rook f5. I'm not sure if I play this in the best way. I gotta activate my pawn, that's for sure. c5, c4. c4. Not sure why he did this. It's definitely not in time here. Yeah, this is just winning. He played pretty well. I can feel like if it wasn't for the time advantage I had in the end, that game was equal. But let's see. Actually, d5 is the best move, and d takes e4 is also the best move. Bishop f5 was stronger than what I did. I didn't see this move. Takes queen f6. And yeah, it just felt like knight takes e5. I mean, engine actually gives it 2 exclam, a double exclamation mark, but it also felt like I should have resources. Yeah, this is actually... If I would play bishop f5 here, I would be a bit better, but here it was just an equal position. But I mean, this rook is a bit more active, so I'm a bit on the good side here, but... Let's see. Yeah, I had to play h3 here, was stronger with this idea. I thought I could do it later. Actually, rook h2 would be very strong for him here. c4, king g7, and this runs. But at this point we didn't have time, so position didn't matter too much. Okay, so it's a good start so far. So we have one more round before a short break. A lot of players. Wow, that's it's a tough matchup for. I didn't expect to play one of the highest rated already in the 4th round, but I mean, Title Tuesday these days is so strong, so it can happen. Okay, this line. What should we do against this? Let's just try to avoid. Don't want to be too theoretical. I'm sure Lazovic is. I mean, he's a big blitz specialist. Recently beat Hans Niemann in a match qualifying to the finals of the Speed Chess Championship, which was like extremely impressive. I think I had this position in Rapid against Pranav. I think I played Bishop D6. I went on to win that game, so I have some good memories. But so my structure is not ideal, but I have the bishop pair. So we go rook e8 or knight d7 first. Maybe just rook e8. And queen b3 we can protect with queen e7. Yeah, actually I think knight d7, knight b6 first would be more precise. This was a bit unnecessary to leave the f7 pawn loose. Yeah, he tries to punish me here. I think I can go here. I mean, rook c1, he's still not really threatening much, I believe. Goes here. Bishop g6. Maybe b5. Why not? I get the knight out. Queen b6. Gotta stop knight takes b5 here. He can consider d5. But I feel like I have knight c5 and b4. Maybe it should be fine. Maybe a6. Actually, just blundered this. No, I can take it. What am I talking about? Let's go rook c8. I mean, I feel like I should have a somewhat very decent position here. Very solid and healthy. Okay, he wants to trade. Yeah, we obviously have to trade, but I was just thinking about bishop e6. But okay, let's just take for now. Maybe I move like queen b8. It's important that I'm not too far behind on the clock against him because he's very fast. Okay. We could also take with a c-pawn here, but not sure. Maybe it is interesting. Just to open up for my rook. Should I play for knight b6 maybe? Here. It's a weird structure, like potentially I can try to create a passed pawn on the queen side. He does of course have the strong pawn on d4. This was not expected. Wow, does he want f5 g6, takes knight g5? Does it actually work? Okay, this one. Let's try to go faster here. Rook d8 maybe. I want to play like bishop b4, but I don't want to lose this pawn. Maybe he will play queen c7 here. It seems like he wants the endgame. Okay, this one, I think I have to play queen b7 probably. What do we do now? Okay, I really have to play faster. Okay, let's just take it and go queen b3. I need to get my pawns going here somehow. Let's go rook b6. Gotta create some loft for the king. Maybe a5. Not really been liking how this has been going. It feels like white has some pressure here. Rook c3, a4, maybe rook c8, rook b8 I have to play. But yeah, I should play much faster. Okay, let's play rook b8. Queen d6. Can we play b4? b4 queen c4 is annoying. Maybe queen e6 then. Try to go queen g4. This one. What do we do? Maybe goes d5, king g8 maybe. Again, speed is very important, so... let's just go b4, try to get counterplay here. Just not as fast as him. Yeah, I was unfortunate. I was just not too slow. It's very here. I had 5 seconds more, so I should have been able to do something. I think he's a bit faster than me. Like I don't know. Like it's just hard because it's like when he has these pawns, it's easier for him to pre-move to push the pawns. Probably here it was just so difficult to make moves fast because of my king. Like it was stupid because here I could take on e3 and yeah, I had this idea in mind, but I missed it in this exact moment. And if I would play queen takes e3, I might as well just win the game on time. I don't know why. I don't know why I brought my rook back. I should just put the king on d8 here. There's many strange decisions, but it was just going very fast. It's probably a pretty bad game by both of us. I should have just played a5 here. I made some strange decisions in this game. Yeah, okay. It happens. I mean, generally with 14 seconds against 9, should be able to flag or something, but it's Lazovic is a big specialist in those situations. Yeah, I think it's a couple minutes break now. Nej, det går fint det. Det går fint, tack. A lot of people on 4 out of 4. Including Magnus, Hikaru, Hans. Yeah, let's try to bounce back. Let me see if I can read you guys' comments. I don't really get. Let me just try to find a. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to be on Twitch to see the comments. I'm on YouTube. Let's see here. Yeah, so a lot of people 4 out of 4. We have 3 points, but lost to Lazovic. So let's try to bounce back. Probably getting someone a bit lower rated now. But yeah, as we saw in the last game, the time control is very, very important. Like in the end, it was all about. I had a worse position, but if I would play faster, I had very good chances to flag, I think. Okay, so this is the 5th round. We got a candidate master from, I believe, South Africa, who is also streaming, by the way. So it's the battle of the streamers. Let's go F4. This is a bit of a system I've been playing a lot. It's very shitty, but it's sometimes works in Blitz. Like the computer doesn't like it at all, but I've been playing it quite a bit in Title Tuesdays. A lot of people don't know how to like exactly react to it, but actually my opponent has reacted in a pretty good way. Knight takes d4, he has knight takes e4, so I think I have to play c3, which is not really the move you want to play, but takes, d takes. And then maybe try to go for some f5. Castle. Let's play like king h1 first, just avoiding any checks. He can also consider a bishop g4 and giving up this bishop, but I don't think I'm too scared of it either. Although age should be fine for black. Okay, goes here. My plan was f5. Of course, I'm weakening the e5 square, but I'm also opening up for this bishop, which will probably go to f4 or g5. Okay, this one I thought I could answer with e5. I mean, if e5 doesn't work, this is just bad for me, so I just gotta go for this. And now, okay, so we can take on e4 and take on d8 and play f6. Takes bishop f8. It looks fine for black, so maybe we should go bishop f4 here. If he takes on g3, bishop takes g3, I'm just happy. These pawns are pretty annoying. Maybe he goes... Actually, if he goes queen c7, we have the nice move f6, which is very strong for whites. So I don't think he should have gone for d5, knight e4. It just looks... These pawns are too strong. Okay, goes through k8. And queen e2 is kind of the move you want to play here. Just asking black what he wants to do. I'm threatening to take twice. Goes here. It's kind of asking for E6. Maybe I can play bishop c2 first, then he has d4. I just really want to go for this. Too tempting. Maybe it was... Maybe he can take and he has e5 in the end. Actually, maybe it was not that precise, but it's just not easy for black to play, I think. Does look scary. Like fe, I think I can take here. Takes here, I think I can go queen h5. I don't need to take on d3, I believe. Queen h5 and should be mates. h6, bishop h6. It's very dangerous. Okay, this one just cannot work. Queen h5. I mean h6, we'll just take it. This one takes. Check. Knight h5, and I think that's all she wrote. d5 there was just a mistake by him after e5 and bishop f4 was a precise move, but after that I'm just doing very, very well. See what the engine says. Always criticizes the play. Actually here, yeah, you should go knight d7. Try to play for the e5 square. I'll go bishop g5. I kind of like my position. I'll go queen d2, rook e1 next. But after d5, e5, bishop f4, white is close to winning. Because I have these pawns and this pawn is well protected. e6 was also very strong here. e6 was precise, and after takes, white is just mating. Yeah, but this, as I said, like this was a decisive mistake, allowing these pawns to f5 and e5. So. Somewhat I cannot see the recent games. It doesn't refresh for me like from the previous rounds. Oh, maybe we can see it here. Okay, let's watch Magnus. This is just gotta get the popcorn here. Looks like a exciting position. Queen b7. Queen a7 is a good move. Like if this pawn gets to roll, the game is over. But like black's king is very open, so it's very hard to advance the pawn. I think objectively speaking, white should hold here. He could take on a4 there and queen d7. I think that was quite straightforward. But it feels like this should be a draw, because I don't see how Magnus can push this pawn without leaving the pawn on e7. Maybe he's going to give this, and bring the king now. King f2 is very precise. Very hard to do anything here. Seems like it's going to be a threefold. Okay, Magnus tries with h4. Probably a good try, actually. But I mean, from an objective standpoint, like taking on a4, like white should never lose. Like black's king is too open. Yeah, it's his classic Magnus. He's gonna go queen e6 probably, and now go with the king to g4. I mean, the time is still there, and you're playing Magnus, and you might get nervous and so on. Now white needs to make a decision. But honestly, like, I mean, if anyone is pressing here, it's white. So. He's gonna take, I think. Queen b1. This is very hard to hold for Magnus with low time. Oh, he blundered queen c3. Yeah, Magnus ends up kind of overpressing and losing there, which can happen. The problem was that white's position was too solid. White has a too safe position here with these pawns and the king. So he didn't really have to make too hard decisions. We didn't get to see the magic in this one, but I guess we cannot expect to see it every time. Okay, so round 6 will start soon. Okay, so we're playing a strong grandmaster from Croatia. Ante Brkic is a strong 2600 player. I believe he's the number 2 maybe in Croatia after Ivan Saric. This is a bit of a tricky line. I haven't really looked at it in a while. I think I played it once myself. I think they go bishop e3 here. Let's go bishop e6. Yeah, and the idea here is that this does look very, very symmetrical, but white wants to take back and try to play for d4 and claim that he has a small edge. Don't really recall how I was supposed to play here. Queen d7 maybe. Let's just play. I think b5 was generally a move that black wanted to play in these positions, but I'm not sure if it was here actually. Let's just take and go. Maybe d5. Queen d6. Yeah, so now I kind of wanted to play knight d7, but maybe he takes here. Knight c5 there. Can we do this? And he has knight g5. I think I have to go for this. Knight g5, maybe queen e7. Let's go h6. I mean, rook f1, this is kind of hanging for now at least. He might still go for it actually, but it shouldn't be too dangerous. I mean, I can probably take and go back. The thing is that, yeah, okay, so he plays queen c2, but I'm somewhat happy to see that because now I can maybe improve my rook. Because otherwise the b7 pawn was hanging. Let's go here. Maybe g5 actually. I kind of need to play king g7 to protect my... It's just like very hard for me to... I'm a bit worse here because I want to clarify the center, but I really can't because he always has some tricks. Now, I mean, I can maybe take and go queen d5, but he plays queen c2, so it doesn't really help me much. Can I play b6? Looks bad, but... I need to stop him from getting here. It's a tricky position. Like, yeah, we always have to think about what happens if he takes on e5 or d5. So, always a difficult choice there. Like, maybe now if queen d3 I can take on e4. Okay, let's just trade. Trade again. King g7. I'm just going to try to take on e4. I've been playing quite slow in this game, so definitely should play faster. Takes. Can I go knight c4? We can take on h2 there and knight g4, but not sure if we want to do that. We can also just play queen c7 maybe. Or queen f4 is also a move. Maybe queen f4 is interesting actually. If takes, I get to fix my structure. which has been a problem. Hoping for some queen e3, queen h2. That would be nice. In fact, a e3 is a huge threat here. Oh, actually, he had, I think he had queen f6 there, which he missed. Knight e3, maybe he can play knight e5. He's probably gonna play like g3. That's a good move. I want like 97, 95. This is a bit of a strange decision. Do we take on g4? I probably do, and king f6. Okay, we're a pawn up. We just have to try to keep the pawn, the game alive here, to potentially go for the flag. But I think it's not gonna be easy to win probably. Okay, now we can take on b4. It should just be winning. Yeah, we get the win there. I think we had a very shaky position at some point, but managed to somehow stay alive. It's just very difficult to make moves here because I cannot take on e4 or d4, and the position is not simplifying. So I was very surprised by knight h2. Like, he has pressure here if he just, I don't know, tries to maybe even just keep the position, like takes knight d2. It's very unpleasant for me to play if I cannot make any trades because I'm just standing there and the center is in his favor. But after knight h2, and he just gave me this pawn. Suddenly took over here. Queen f4 was strong. I was surprised that he didn't take here. I think he was afraid of this endgame because of the a pawn, which is understandable because it's very hard to stop that pass pawn. This one was just good for me. And here it's just very difficult to defend. Okay, so we're on 5 out of 6. Not too bad. Oh, we play Big Grishuk in the 7th round, so not going to be easy. I don't think it's as fast as Lazovic, at least. Okay, which line should we play here? Let's go. Takes. Let's try queen d3. Haven't looked at this in a while, but I mean, hopefully he hasn't either. I think it's a4 here. I played this move in the European Championship successfully this year. Won against a Grandmaster, but I don't remember much details. Okay, this is not what you're supposed to do, but let's try to not overthink. It's a very decent head shock for black. Maybe h3. I really don't like my opening choice in this game. It's not the way to play against Grishuk. The problem is if I stand, he's gonna go queen b8, queen a8 and put pressure here. I need to do something active somehow. I'm just gonna try to go forward with f4. F4, e5. Okay, I have to go maybe here. He's gonna play bishop f8 probably. Maybe here. Like f4, e5, I don't like that this diagonal would open. My queen would get into trouble in some positions, so just trying to put my king on a better square. But in general, my position is very dubious. I really wanted to play f4 here, but feels like I'm asking for it. Don't really see what else to do, so... He's playing, yeah, very precisely. I need to try to organize my pizza somehow. Here, okay, maybe he allows me to go here now, actually. We can hope. and try to take on f6. Okay, it's gonna take and take on e4. And we probably have to take back. Knight e4. Can we play queen f4? He has g5, which is annoying. Okay, it takes like this, which I didn't really expect. What do we do? Like knight e4, bishop e4, knight e4 is probably just bad. Maybe I can play king h2 here. Okay, I need to speed up. Queen c6, queen f3, just trying to... Sorry, queen c6, queen f7, queen b7, queen f3, I guess. Like rook c2 now, knight d6, we have to go. Just hope to survive. My king is very open, of course. Just thinking here. Be here. I blundered this, of course. So stupid. Just so bad. Incredible. It was a terrible game. I just played so bad. I don't know if I can survive the opening with white. I would be doing much better, but just playing stuff that I absolutely have no recollection, and I get a shitty position. So it was unfortunate, especially because here, I mean, I think I have good chances. As queen f4 or something, like it's probably 50-50 with the time, but of course. Also here, I just had queen a8. I don't know why I played queen g3. That was a very strange decision. Yeah. This guy is very theoretical. So this is definitely in his territory. Maybe can I play rook e8? Usually they play with c5. I kind of recall a line where black delays c5, but I'm not sure if it's in this position. Like bishop b2, maybe now we can play c5, because the bishop doesn't get to a3. Maybe he can play d4 here with take. Maybe then we probably have bishop takes h2 in the end, so that looks okay for black. I think he's gonna play knight e4 maybe. Knight e4 or bishop b2. Let's go here. Okay, this one is asking for f5 with the knight e4. Can we do that? I'm not sure, but let's try. I'm curious where he goes with the knight. Like, if he goes to g5, we have e4. Probably goes back to c3. Then we can probably also play e4. And the d4 pawn is hanging. So if he doesn't have anything specific, or I mean concrete, it should be good for black. It feels like, at least. But based on the time usage, we should be doing well. He had a break there and played the 94 and d4 fast. So I was scared he maybe was like recalling some notes, but at least it's in the box now. Okay, I mean we have to go e4, I think. Or is h6 a thing here? Yeah, I saw this, but I thought I can always play queen d5 if I'm struggling. Maybe just knight b7. But when I got knight c4, he maybe had d3. Maybe he wants to go d3 here, actually. But I mean, we can probably like take on b4 at least. Yeah, I think we should take here. Can include h6. Probably should. Take here. Maybe just go back. It's probably going 94. 95, sorry. At least we're doing well on the clock. 95, I really want to play c5 here. I don't really want to take and let him activate his rook. Like takes. Now we should be doing very well. We open the bishop on c8 and also his time is low. So here, let's take. Bishop f5 or knight c5 looks good. Takes, and bishop e4 in the end. Okay, that was a good bounce back after a disaster against Grishuk. So yeah, it seems like he just blundered f5 here, and I got my pawn to e4 with a good position. Not sure. Yeah, I think this was just seemed like a good game. I don't know how he should have reacted here after f6. Maybe 94 first. Probably 94 first makes sense. Like f6 now. You can maybe go like takes and d4. But after e4, I'm doing very well. Actually, wow, computer really didn't like my knight b7 move. Says d3 is very strong. Both missed. d3 is a very nice move, like takes queen b3. My rook hangs in the end, so should have just taken this pawn, which I actually didn't even see. But his endgame was just very good. I saw g5 here, g5, g4. I thought maybe he can go 92, but I was not sure. Okay, so we have the second break. We're on 6 out of 8. I guess nothing to write home about, but not a disaster either. Beat some strong players, but yeah, that game against Grishuk was just such a shameful game. But let's try to finish strong. So three rounds to go. Apparently, my opponent said that I know too much Tari, the last opponent. But that's far from the truth. I don't know. Maybe I stumbled across the right line somehow. But yeah, it's somehow worked. We have this Artun guy. I don't know who this is. Oh, it's Pranesh. Pranesh is very, very strong and very, very talented. Indian up and coming player, already like 2650. It was beat Magnus. He's leading the tournaments. We have Hans, Hikaru, Magnus, 7 out of 8. Lazovic, which we lost against. I'll be right back. Yeah, so a couple of minutes break before the last round. Um, I'm curious if we play up now or probably we play someone a bit lower rated and then we play up again. We also have a pack of players with 6.5 out of 8, like Maxime, Grishuk, Jaspam. Very close standings. So I think Magnus with a strong finish, he can still win the event. I think 10 points is usually enough. So still within the striking distance. We certainly have the regular players in the top. I guess I don't know if Pranish has ever won Title Tuesday, but I know he's a very strong blitz player. Be interesting if he can keep it up until the end, but he probably has to play like Hikaru and the Sharks. Okay. Oh, we have a rematch against Pranav. I mean, I got got knocked out against him in the World Cup after a tense match. We played 1-1 in the Classical, and then I lost. What should we play? God, let's just play Scotch. I'm always not sure what to play. But he probably prepared against it in the World Cup. Let's take. Let's go here. Bishop e3. So the bishop b4. I think you're supposed to castle here. If takes, bishop d4. Probably goes knight e7. This one, maybe queen g3. Takes, f3 again, knight f6. bf3. I kind of want to maneuver this knight to a better square, so probably via e2 to f4. Like if it castles, maybe I go knight e2. I'm not really afraid of bishop c3 bc. I mean, my bishops are quite strong, so it's nothing to fear. Let's see. Okay, goes for this. And we have to trade, right? Can play queen f2 also, actually. Why not queen f2? I mean, his queen is kind of misplaced here. We can play knight e2 next, maybe. Okay, goes for this. Like bishop d3, he wants to put the queen on h5. I kind of want to play g4. Pranav is known for being extremely tricky, so you're always like scared about blundering something. So his which actually happened to me in the first classical game, so I have to be careful. Maybe bishop d3. Again, takes. I don't think my king is too unsafe there. Okay, so e5, he goes f5. We could consider f4 here as well. Okay, we should be precise. I feel like I should have a good position, but e5, f5, gf, bishop f5, rook g1, queen f7, bishop g5. Doesn't look that clear. Okay, we gotta speed up. Okay, I mean, I think I just gotta go for this. I don't know why I spent all my time. Okay, here. Yeah, f5, you had queen a2 and knight e5. That doesn't work. I think I have to try to go for this. But he has c4 here. This is not good for me. Just f6. Yeah, as usual, I ended up overthinking here. Like that was a terrible game. I knew f4 was not working and still went for it somehow. That was could have played maybe bishop f4. The problem here was that I couldn't go for this because of 95. Maybe I should have just traded queens. 92. Yeah, playing badly. I'm just yeah, after queen e6 I'm just doing badly here. This was strong, but not easy to understand. Queen f7. Wow, I completely missed rook takes d6 here. That was apparently just winning. Takes d8, queen h3. That would be very, very strong. Yeah, this looks very, very strong. This is nothing special. Yeah, played very badly. Okay, let's look at some of the other games. Oh, Magnus against Hans, big showdown. Looks very bad for black. Knight e5 takes rook g6. Yeah, he's just gonna win here. h5, very very precise. Takes and then e5. I was a bit surprised he didn't play e5. I thought that was very straightforward, but this should be good enough. But okay, with low time, not that easy. He's really going down the wire. I think Magnus is gonna win this if he do some pre-moves. Wow. Yeah, very very close in the end. He was somewhat in control. He still had like 2.5 seconds in the end, so managed to make it. Yeah, my white games were two pretty bad. Two pretty bad white games. Let's try to get it together. Kind of ended up overthinking in both of them. This one, I think let's take. Queen e2. This guy is probably prepared this. Queen h5. To go g6 there. Oh, we have to try. Okay, maybe we have to go g4. Not sure what else. Like otherwise, he gets knight f6 and just gets back this pawn. So it feels like the critical move to play g4, but I'm not like too sure about it. Queen h4. Yeah, that's what I expected. Can we go h3 here? Need to get our pieces out. Like, let's trade. Bishop g2 was the idea. If it doesn't have anything immediate, we should be in control. Probably goes knight f6. But then we should have g5. Okay, this one. Knight c3 makes sense. Kind of want to take with a knight here to centralize it. Feels like this should be very good for white. Like rook e8, we have knight takes e4, and we can always support the knight by playing d3. Okay, so I guess we take here. Okay, d3. Just bishop e3 and king d2 should be good enough. Like now we're 2 pawns up, so this is just a matter of the technique. Just here. He can take and take on b2, but I think b7 is hangs in the end there. Yeah, we just c3 and then f4 next. f4, king f3. These pawns are very strong. We just expand. That's the simplest way to do this. Maybe we'll just provoke something here. Okay, let's include this one. Then I wanted to go f6 because if he has c5 there, I think we can take and activate activate our rook. Like I mean, if he takes with the c pawn, f6, c5 takes rook b1 looks very very good. And if he doesn't play c5, if we get the pawn to g5, it's just a disaster for black. Yeah, check. I believe we can take here. Because we have this and mate. This should not work. Let's take here. Let's just do this for fun. We can... here we can just give a check. Probably that's simpler. These pawns are kind of too strong. Check here. Let's see if he resigns or not. It's I always like to tease people that doesn't resign. Do we get okay? I was hoping to include the third knight there in the mate, but I actually didn't see that that this square was protected. So not the nicest way to do it, but I think I don't know after g4 if he had something. Yeah, actually, I mean he was in book, so I was kind of worried that I'm running into some home prep. But here it seems like knight d5 was a bad move, but he could maybe try this. But okay, let's watch. Let's watch this game. Lazovic against Magnus. It looks like it's about equal, but okay, they drew the game. So that means Pranesh is still playing. Okay, Pranesh is losing against Arjun, which leaves the tournament situation very open. So we're gonna have, I think, 4 people with 8.5 out of 10. So anything can still happen in the last round. Okay, this game is over. So let's watch. Oh, Hikaru actually lost. He's also 7 out of 10. Okay, so Serana is winning against Aravin. It's 8 points. Well, let's see how Maxime is doing. Maxime is... It's just in time to mate. Oh, actually Korobov was the one that made it, so Maxime also only has 7 points. So actually we have 5 people. Actually Artemiev also on 8.5. And wow, we get we get Hikari in the last round. That's not not an expected pairing with 7 out of 10. That's for sure. It's a really tough tournament. Let's just copy him. A6. Hikaru loves playing these kind of systems. Can we take and go c5 here? They sometimes do that. Let's take and go b5. So knight takes d5, bishop takes h7. I don't know if we can go there or it's very dangerous. Maybe we just play h6. I mean, I wanted to take and go b5, but h7 was hanging. So that means that maybe dc and c5 was not timed very precisely. Okay, let's do this. b5. I guess he wants to do this, and bishop f5. Go knight b6 maybe? Knight f6. The knight b6 I kind of like more. He's gonna try for some queen c3 probably. Okay, here. Let's go knight c4. Bishop c8. I mean, our bishop is very useless on b7, so we're happy to trade that. Yeah, I expected this. Queen c7 maybe. Can we get away with c4 here and b4? Maybe b4 first. c4. I mean, if we get the pawn to c3, that looks nice to just lock in the bishop. So bishop d4 probably to try to keep the bishop alive. Makes sense, but then maybe we can play knight d3, although bishop g7 looks scary, so bishop d4, maybe bishop c5. Okay, this looks surprising. I think we have to go in here. This first, probably. Ah, I see what he wants to do. He wants to go king h1, knight e3, bishop takes g7. Does that actually work? It's very, very tricky by Carvo. Knight e3, bishop takes g7, we're probably losing there actually, so we have to... I don't see what else to do. I mean, I have to kill the bishop. But this looks dubious. It's probably gonna play e5 here. That was crazy that bishop takes g7 worked. That was very unexpected. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, e5 is just very strong. He's so good at like taking his time when he has to. Here. Oh, here maybe. Rook f1. Yeah, it's queen c3 now. Yeah, this is just losing queen c2. It was interesting if I had something. I mean, f4. I really thought I should be having something here, but that bishop takes g7 threat is so strong. Like knight d3. He wants this. Was a bit of a fortunate finish. I really didn't expect to get Hikaru with 7 points. Actually, c3 here was the best move. Get a better version with the bishop on e5. But it was a very good find here by Hikaru. f4 was very, very impressive. Like, I thought I was just doing very well, but f4 is very strong. f4 looks suicide because of this and knight e3, but he actually has bishop takes g7 and this. And here it's like, I don't have a square to put my king where I don't get mated immediately. Otherwise, this is in play, but actually, this is not that hopeless. I kind of understood. But f5 was only move to keep the game alive. f5 very strong move. Now I have rook e2. Yeah. He played a very precise after this point. I don't know what I should have done because c4 f4 seems like this was actually critical, but here I had to play c3, which is not an easy decision. Just giving up this knight. I have one pawn for the piece, but this bishop is it's the worst piece, never getting out. So probably like full compensation with these pawns. But yeah, it was a tough final round. I mean that happens. I'm mostly annoyed by the games against like Grishuk and Pranav. So we get Pranesh actually wins by a tiebreak in front of Magnus. I mean Pranesh beat Magnus, so gets first, Magnus gets second. Lazovic third. Yeah, we ended up. I mean the score was not much to write home about, but we definitely played some very strong players. Yeah, I certainly enjoyed playing some of the games, although I think yeah against Grishuk it was yeah very very bad, but you gotta come back stronger. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. I hope you maybe enjoyed some of my insights and hope to be back. I yeah certainly been